Hello, I'm Bill Potter and you're watching the 18 WJTS News. In news stories tonight, we'll hear how a summer pest could be affecting your garden. A longtime member of the DuBois County Sheriff's Department has announced his run for county sheriff, and a Jasper man is facing prison time once again for dealing methamphetamine. In our first story, a longtime member of the DuBois County Sheriff's Department has decided to take a shot at becoming the department's leader. Detective Sergeant Tom Kleinhelter announced this morning that he is seeking the Republican nomination for the office of Sheriff of DuBois County in the 2018 election. Current Sheriff Donnie Lampert will complete his term limit with his second term ending next year. Kleinhelter says he's excited about the opportunity to run for the office of Sheriff of DuBois County in 2018. He began his career in 1994 as a jail officer and has been climbing the ladder ever since. For the past 5 years, he has been serving as detective sergeant and is the lead investigator on most crimes against individuals. His other responsibilities include supervising the evidence room and serving as the narcotics officer. In his announcement, Kleinhelter says he believes the Sheriff's Department is the premier law enforcement agency in the county. He says he will use the tremendous amount of knowledge within the department to continuously improve, which will allow the department to serve citizens more efficiently and be of a more proactive agency. He says it is no secret that the county has an opioid problem, and he will work with all state and county offices to find a solution to help reduce the number of individuals returning to jail as repeat offenders. The Northeast DuBois graduate has been an active member of numerous boards and organizations throughout his career and says has the broad experience, leadership, and organizational skills needed to be an outstanding choice for the citizens of DuBois County to serve as the next sheriff. A Jasper man has been found guilty in dealing in methamphetamine and was convicted last week by a Spencer County jury. 60-year-old Sixto Cotto of Jasper was convicted by a Spencer County jury on 2 counts of dealing in methamphetamine as level 5 felonies and 1 count of possession of methamphetamine as a level 6 felony. The jury of 6 men and 6 women deliberated for approximately 20 minutes Wednesday following a day and a half of testimony. The Spencer County Sheriff's Department Deputy Kelly Rinke arrested Cotto in February of this year following a month-long investigation of Cotto with the cooperation of the confidential informant. Cotto was observed and recorded delivering 3.26 grams of methamphetamine to the informant during a controlled buy at the Stones Motel parking lot in Dale. Cotto then made a second meth delivery to the informant later the same month. An arrest warrant was issued for Cotto, and he was arrested by Deputy Ranke after stopping him in his vehicle on State Road 162 near Santa Claus with the assistance of officers from Santa Claus and Dale Police Departments. Spencer County Prosecuting Attorney Dan Wilkinson said he appreciated the time and effort Deputy Rinke has put into this particular investigation and prosecution, and that Cotto is a repeat drug dealer who continued to spread drugs within the community and did not learn his lesson from his previous prison sentence. Wilkinson says that Cotto deserves the stiffest penalty the law will allow. Cotto was previously arrested for dealing methamphetamine in Spencer County in January of 2003 and later pleaded guilty to possession of 29 grams of methamphetamine within 1,000 feet of David Turnham Elementary School as a Class A felony. Cotto received a sentence of 50 years in 2004 that was later reduced by the Indiana Court of Appeals to 30 years. Cotto will be sentenced before Judge Don Dart in July, where he could potentially receive up to 12 years in prison. Cotto will be required to serve 75% of any sentence that he is ordered to serve at the Indiana Department of Correction. And with the return of summer also comes the return of the most devastating pest of garden and landscaping plants in the United States. That's the Japanese beetle. The eastern U.S. provides a favorable climate, hundreds of edible plant species, and no effective natural enemies for these jeweled pests of lawns, fruits, and landscaping. The adult Japanese beetle is shiny metallic green with bronze-colored wing covers and has 6 tufts of white hair along each side of its abdomen. Adults will eat over 300 species of plants, devouring leaves, flowers, and overripe or wounded fruit. Working as groups, the beetles will usually begin feeding at the top of a plant and work downward. They are most active on warm, sunny days and prefer plants in direct sunlight. A single beetle does not eat much. It is the group feeding of large numbers of beetles that causes the noticeable damage. Odors from beetles on a plant will attract more beetles, causing further damage. An easy way to remove Japanese beetles is to shake them off early in the morning when they are sluggish, using a bucket of warm, soapy water to catch and destroy them. Hoosiers looking to rid their garden of these pests should keep in mind that Japanese beetle traps are not as effective as once thought for control from beetle damage. There are two types of scents used in these traps. One which mimics the male and female scents of the beetles to attract the insects, and the other which is a sweet-smelling food-based lure that attracts all beetles. The combined scents can attract thousands of Japanese beetles a day, but research shows that they rarely catch most of the beetles attracted, resulting in susceptible plants along the flight path sustaining much more damage than where the traps are not used. Purdue Extension advises that if you decide to use traps, to have that be part of your beetle management program, then make sure the traps are placed on property borders far from susceptible plants. You can contact the DuBois County Extension Office at 812-482-1782, 812-482-1782 for more information on Japanese beetles. Now stay tuned. Up next, a special edition of Monday with the Mayor as we accompany Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz for a tour of the newly renovated Jasper Lofts. Then it's your local weather outlook and forecast, plus more, all coming up right here on 18 WJTS News.